So I've gotten quite a few questions about PF5, the big risk activity, so I thought I'd videotape me doing at least one scenario. So first of all, I'm going to take out all my kings and my aces from my deck and set them aside. They said jacks are going to be considered number 11, and then whenever we see a queen, that's number 12. So the whole point of this scenario, or the simulation, is to consider how important insurance is, and to see what would happen if you do or do not have insurance. So it's okay if you end up going into a ton of debt, because that's the whole point, is that you learn, wow, insurance is good to have. Okay, so we're gonna deal 12 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then for this first scenario, I've decided I'm going to have renter's insurance, auto insurance, and health insurance, which was a whopping total of $2,190. And as it said, you had $2,900 to spend on insurance, so I had $710 left over. And then each scenario, do a different types of insurance to just see what happens. And then the final scenario would be no insurance. I have a feeling that will not go well. Okay, so here are the cards I was dealt. I'm going to put any multiples together. This is fun. Okay, good. Okay, so Jack is 11, Queen is 12, 10. Okay, so wow, I have an array. So let's see what all this means. Let's go through the table. Renter's insurance covered if I got a number 9, and I did not get a number 9, so no thefts or hurricanes, so that didn't really help me out at all. So no 9, and so that was for renters. And I might write about that in my scenario, about how it didn't actually help me to have renter's insurance. But going to the next box on the table that's listed on Blackboard, jewelry insurance, it says card number 7. So card number 7 means someone tried to steal my grandma's jewels. I do not have jewelry insurance, so that's going to cost me, number 7 is going to cost me, let's see, the loss is $3,400. So I might write about how I wish I had jewelry insurance. Bummer. Okay, so I'm going to leave my 7 here. Now going over to automobile insurance, anytime it says cards number 5 through 12. Wow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got into 8 accidents this year. Pretty amazing. 8 accidents. And that's for auto. And so that would have cost me, my deductible each time for those was $250. So that cost me $2,000 this past year. But if I didn't have that, I would have had to take all 8 accidents and times it by the loss of $5,000. So I would have been in $40,000 worth of debt. No insurance. So I might make that note just so I can write it in my reflection of, wow, really glad I had auto insurance. Okay, going to the next thing on the table is health insurance, and that would be anything to do with numbers 2 through 12. Holy moly. So basically everything. So card 2 through 12, yeah. So every time I had to pay, I went to the doctor. So out of my 12 cards, that's all of them. And so $25 times 12 is $300, I hope. Yes. And so I spent $300 at the doctor, but if I hadn't, that would have been $1,200 times 12. So make sure you get health insurance every time. Okay, life insurance. If I had pulled 2 12s at the same time, so maybe I should have looked at them as I was going, but if I had pulled them out, it meant I died, and I would have had to pay $300,000. So rare coin insurance, that would be a number 4, which I did pull, and that's a loss of $1,000 because I didn't have insurance for my coins. And finally, disability insurance, anything between 6 through 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's gonna be, holy moly, maybe I should have gotten that. So the loss for that is $14,000 and $14,400 times, what did we just say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna be in debt on this one. So at the end of this, it says in those bullet points, what I'm supposed to do is I'm going to write a paragraph about scenario 1, what happened, what I had insurance for these 3 things, explain my coverage and the card results in each of the 4 scenarios. So for this first one, I would say, hey, these are the insurances I got. These were my losses, was big time jewelry, and also not having my coin collection, darn, insurance. And then my biggest one was probably disability insurance, and so I'll write about that. Did I experience fewer losses or greater losses when I had more insurance coverage? So I'll have to compare that to the other scenarios after I go through some more. And then which one were the most beneficial, and I have a feeling disability insurance will be one of them. So again, you're going to have 4 different paragraphs for each of these scenarios, reflecting on why it's important to have insurance. And remember that your last scenario, you'll have no insurance.